A lotto win would be nice. We need support from the communities.
Every little bit helps in the overall scheme of things.
From the petrol pump to the supermarket and even your favourite takeaway, the rising cost of living is affecting us all. One group feeling the squeeze is animal rescue organisations that rely on donations and adoption fees to stay open. But a special fundraising market this weekend in Papamoa hopes to give them a helping hand.
The idea comes from Argentina, where I'm from. This event started 10 years ago with 20 stalls and around 4 rescues, and after 10 years became a national event with around 300 stalls and 50 rescues participating. So I'm aiming to do the same thing here.
Around 11 local rescue homes will attend the market-style event, where entry costs a couple of cans of pet food and supplies like litter and blankets. Proceeds will then be evenly split between the groups.
The struggle with the rescues it's always been the same. They are in need all of the time. They are looking for fosters, they are looking for volunteers, they're looking for donations all of the time. Like they have been doing this for years and years, and it doesn't get better.
It's not just cats and dogs that often need a second chance. Many rescues are struggling.
Currently I've got 21 here. I'm full up. Sometimes people want to sell up and go to retirement homes. Some people are terminally ill, so they have to find a home for their donkey. And then other times they've outgrown their donkeys. So we've just got to find a really good home to put them in. She came from Waikino. She's quite elderly now, aren't you, Esther? But she's the one who helps all the newbies out. She's sort of like the grandmother, and she teaches the 2 little boys here manners, don't you, Esther? Because a lot of people now are downsizing because of it's getting tough out there. Costs are going up. I mean, veterinary bills, farrier bills, food bills, hay, medication. Some people just can't cope, so then they need to give up their donkeys.
So where did she come from?
She came from South Rotorua. She was in a herd of quite a few donkeys, and basically the owner just wanted her to live out her days somewhere with other donkeys her own age and enjoy what life she's got left.
Pauline hopes community events like Rescues Palooza will raise awareness and help educate the public.
We need support from the communities, and we're looking for more sponsors that will help us to keep doing what we're doing and to take care of the donkeys that cannot be rehomed.
At the other end of the rescue spectrum is Free as a Bird, which has been caring for battery chickens since 2014.
They call them end of lay. It's the end of their commercial life, which is pretty much just where they start dropping their feathers. It takes them about 6 or 8 weeks to grow their feathers back. So in that time they lose their production. So their eggs, they stop laying, and so they're not useful to a farmer anymore.
This is when Free as a Bird steps in.
I do a little bit of rehab with them, teach them how to be chickens, because quite often they don't know how to be a chicken, and so I teach them how to be a chicken and then I rehome them.
With some big changes coming in January for battery chicken farmers, Kelly anticipates her services will be in high demand.
Caged hen farming is closing, so a lot of my farmers that I've been working with over the last sort of 9 to 10 years, they're closing their doors. So all the cage farming hens need to be culled or they need to be moved on. So yes, I'm doing a lot of rescues at the moment.
That, on top of mounting costs, means a tough time ahead.
I'm not rehoming as many as we used to, and also like our food bills are growing. Our feed bill alone's gone up to sort of about $300-400 extra a month, which just makes it quite, not as cost effective as it used to be.
We are a little bit different to other rescues. We kind of focus on those that would normally fall through the cracks. We call them wild, but most other people call them feral.
Wild Whiskers has been running since 2017, with the number of wild cats they rescue rising each year.
They were found in a field in the middle of nowhere, all alone. I'm not too sure, where they came from or what the circumstances were, whether it was a mum cat in the process of moving them and they got left behind, or being more active, they wandered off, or whether they were dumped. It's just impossible to know, but very, very lucky that they were found and brought into us.
A lot of it comes back to that mentality that people feel like they're entitled to have pets, and that is true, but at the same time you've got to be able to afford to look after them, and there's so many cats and kittens being given away free, undesexed, and although they are loved, they are definitely escalating the problem of the strays and wildies that we have, and of course that comes back to the cost of living and the prices of desexing and things like that.
Shana says Rescues Palooza is a first.
Rescue Palooza, there's been nothing that in my time in rescue that has been an event like this. It's really exciting to be able to get a whole lot of different rescues together and educate the public about the issues that we're facing.
Even the animals are looking forward to it.
What do you need to keep this place going?
A lotto win would be nice, but definitely Lou's telling us.
Rescues Palooza takes place at Gordon Spratt Reserve in Papamoa on December the 10th. Gavin Ogden, Local Focus.
Coming through.
Yeah, I was just trying to shuffle you through the gate.